Have you ever met someone so clumsy that they trip over their own feet? Well, meet Puff, the dragon who tripped over his own fire. It's hard to be scary when you're constantly covered in sparkly dust. Hi, I'm Luna, welcome to another night of wonder and whimsy. I come here every night to share a new story with you. Tonight's tale is about the most accidentally awesome dragon in the whole kingdom, and trust me, this one's a real knee-slapper. Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by fluffy clouds and rainbow bridges, there lived a dragon named Puff. Now, Puff was different from other dragons. While other dragons practiced breathing fire and scary roars and terrifying people, Puff practiced sneezes. Because every time he got nervous, which was all the time, he'd sneeze out glitter instead of flames. And not just regular glitter, but the magic kind that made everyone who touched it feel ridiculously, wonderfully happy. We're talking sparkly, rainbow-colored glitter that floated everywhere and made everyone who touched it feel like they had eaten 3 cupcakes and taken a bubble bath at the same time. The other dragons thought Puff was strange. The knights thought he was useless. The princess, well, she thought he was absolutely hilarious and secretly started a fan club called Puff's Glitter Gang. One day, an angry giant named Gorgo marched toward the kingdom. He was so tall that he stepped over castle walls like they were puddles. He had eyebrows like hairy caterpillars and a voice that sounded like thunder mixed with a lawnmower. Everyone was terrified. The knights drew their swords, which made them feel brave even though they were shaking in their boots and wishing they had called in sick. The king called for the bravest dragon in the land. The other dragons lined up, flexing their claws and breathing impressive fires that could toast marshmallows from 50 feet away. They roared so loud that windows shattered and babies cried. But King Barnaby the Bold looked at them and said, very impressive, but none of you glitter when you sneeze. Next! Just then, Puff stumbled forward from behind a bush. Literally stumbled. He tripped over his own tail and landed face first in the royal garden, right into a patch of royal daisies. "I'll do it," Puff announced, sneezing glitter everywhere as he tried to stand up, only to slip on the glitter and fall down again. The king blinked. Then blinked again. "You? But are you okay? You have dirt on your nose and leaves in your hair." Puff sniffled nervously. "I know. I'm always okay. Mostly okay. Sometimes okay. Definitely okay-ish." The princess had to cover her mouth to keep from laughing out loud. Against all logic and every piece of advice from the royal advisors, Puff flew to meet Gorgo. He flew nervously, wobbling back and forth like a drunk bumblebee, leaving a trail of sparkles behind him. The giant laughed so hard that mountains shook and cows ran away in terror. "A smelly clown dragon? This will be the easiest conquest ever. This will be fun to squash." But just as Gorgo reached down to grab Puff, something unexpected happened that would change everything. Puff sneezed. A massive, glorious, rainbow-colored sneeze that exploded glitter all over Gorgo's giant face. The giant blinked. Then he blinked again. Then his eyebrows rose up like surprised caterpillars. Then he started giggling, actually giggling. Like a little kid at a birthday party. What is this stuff? It's in my eyebrows. It's in my beard. What is happening to my face? Gorgo laughed so hard that tears streamed down his face, glittery tears, because the magic was spreading and getting into everything. The entire army behind him started laughing too. Within minutes, the whole invasion turned into the world's biggest glitter party. People were sneezing glitter on purpose. Children were trying to catch it in their hands and paint with it. Even the grumpy old wizard who hadn't smiled in 40 years did a happy little dance. Gorgo wiped his glittery eyes and sat down. Right there in the meadow, completely forgetting he was supposed to be a scary invader. I can't remember the last time this is amazing, he shouted between laughs. Please, little dragon, teach me how to sneeze like that. This is the greatest power I've ever seen. Puff, still nervous, still tripping over absolutely nothing, accidentally sneezed again. Even more glitter. Even more laughter. And somehow, the terrifying giant became the kingdom's newest best friend. He moved in next door and opened a bakery. Not just any bakery, but a glitter bakery. His cupcakes glittered when you bit into them, and they tasted like happiness and rainbows. He became the most popular baker in the 7 kingdoms. He even started a tradition called Glitter Fridays where everyone got a free sprinkle. The other dragons finally understood what they had been missing. Puff wasn't strange, he was special. Different wasn't broken, it was beautiful. The knights apologized for laughing and started a Puff Protection Squad. The princess gave him a medal that said, Most Valuable Dragon, though she added a tiny handwritten note that said, also most likely to faceplant, but we love him anyway. And Puff learned something important that day, something that would stay with him forever. Being different isn't a weakness. Sometimes the thing that makes you most embarrassed is actually your greatest superpower. The sneeze that used to embarrass him became the weapon that saved everyone. And from that day forward, every dragon in the kingdom practiced their sneezes. That's the end of tonight's story. I'm Luna, thank you for letting me keep you company. I'll be here tomorrow night with another story. Until then, sleep well, and remember, your weird is your wonderful. P.S. Try sneezing right now. It won't work, but it'll make you smile.